KTN News.
Indeed, it's a new dawn for The Standard, and I'm now joined live by the editor-in-chief, Rapura, from our newsroom, our new newsroom. Thank you, sir, for making time for Crossfire this evening. Perhaps let's begin with what informed this rebrand, sir.
Thank you, Sophia. Our rebrand, as we have said earlier in the video you've shown, is informed by the changes in the market that has seen our consumers shift their habits in favor of the digital platforms. And so, as a newspaper that has been around for 100 years, it is dynamism and agility to align with the situation in the market that has kept us going for the 119 years we have been around. Now, for this particular design then, we have brought to the market a paper that speaks to the reality of the moment in which our consumers are in favor of content that is delivered in forms that are visual and are therefore easy to consume and also aligned with their habits.
Indeed, and you mentioned something very important there. It's a digital world. So one would wonder, where then is the place for traditional media like the newspaper? Yes, we have the digital platform, but what do you say to those in as far as the strategy that the Standard Group is employing?
Where I'm seated right now, if you look, is our new converged newsroom. Now, this is the kitchen where we are going to cook the recipe of content that will serve our consumers across all our platforms. Now, the newspaper that we are launching today and will be in the market tomorrow is what we call a legacy media platform, and therefore the determination there is to bring to the market a product that takes us seamlessly from the legacy platform into the modern digital platform. And so in its design and properties, it is infused with features that make that transition possible. So there is room for legacy platforms, but the alignment with the reality of the market, which is digitally dominated, is what we bring to the market through this new design.
And finally, sir, of course it has been a tough season for other industries as well, and the media has suffered some of those ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic. How is it the organization is adapting, even as it relaunches and convergence operation as well?
If there is one thing we have learned from this pandemic, is that we are in a new reality in which the consumer has actually been pushed even deeper into the digital consumption mode. And therefore, realizing that this is where the consumer has gone, and it is not going to change in the near future. It is therefore in our own interest as a media organization and as a media business to expedite our journey into the digital space, which is also very much in line with the reality of the moment, which is digital consumption. So as a media house, it would have been an easier option to say at the beginning of this pandemic in March last year that we will stop our journey of transformation and wait for the pandemic to recede. But that is not the route we took. It was a realization we made early enough that if there is one thing that this pandemic did, it was to expedite the movement towards digital consumption of content. And therefore, we also stepped up our effort to come to this space in order to align with our audiences.
All right, well said, Ocheng Rapura, the editor-in-chief here at the Standard Group. That new look, new feel website as well as Standard newspaper. You don't want to miss it. Tomorrow, grab your copy, check out our website as well. And the Standard, setting indeed the standard for the nation and its citizens. Moving on, in other news, is Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya on his way out of ODM? Well, that is the question tonight.